Welcome back to Art with Mrs. Bowie. I'm so glad that you joined me today. Today we're going to review our warm and our cool colors, and we'll also learn about an artist named Hakusai. Hakusai was an artist from Japan. He painted and he did printmaking. So we're going to watch a short slideshow on Hakusai. So Hakusai was born in 1760 and he died in 1849. This is a self-portrait, so that means that it's a drawing that he drew of himself. So towards the end of his life, he lived a very long life, and he was able to become an old man. And he spent the majority of his life just painting and creating art. This is the picture that he is most famous for. It's called The Great Wave. Here he uses cool colors, different shades of blue. You can also feel the movement, and I feel that this has a lot of the no-tan qualities that we talked about last week when it has the balance of light and dark. This is from the series 36 Views of Mount Fuji. This is a woodblock series, and he did all these different scenes of Mount Fuji. So Mount Fuji is this volcano here, and you can see it in the background of this picture. I'll show you a picture of mainly the mountain, but he lived in Tokyo and he took different pictures of, or he didn't take different pictures, he drew different views of Mount Fuji. I'm so used to saying take pictures because that's what we do now. But here is a picture of Mount Fuji, and this is a modern day picture because you can kind of see how the walkways are fenced off, and you can see a lot of tourists. So many people come here to see Mount Fuji. And this is our assignment that we're going to be creating today. This is our inspiration picture. I want us to create a picture using warm and cool colors, but also I want us to somewhat be inspired by Hakusai. So we are going to we will be using you'll need white paper, you'll need crayons, you will need watercolors. If you just want to use oil pastels, that's fine too. I think that this project would work very well with oil pastels. So I'm going to start, and I want to focus on, and you can start off with a pencil first. I'm just going to kind of freehand it with my crayons. You're welcome to absolutely use pencil. I am using my cool colors first, and I will start with the ocean. And again, if you would like to put your paper like this, you can. If you want to put your paper like this, it's completely up to you. I'm going to go ahead and put my paper long ways because it's easier for me to show you guys on the video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take different shades of cool colors. So I want as many different shades of cool colors as I can possibly get. Gray is also considered a cool color, so I'll use different grays. And we're going to add white in there just for fun, but I think we have plenty of cool colors here. And so actually I'm just going to grab them all out of my box. And I have a really big box of crayons, but you can use whatever works for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is here, we're doing lines, but it's curved lines, and so these lines are kind of representing the movement of the ocean. And I'll do one right here. So the bottom portion of my picture will be cool colors, and that will just be my water. So I'm really trying to create a balance between the warm colors and the cool colors. So what I'm doing is I am just putting in as many lines and curves as I can. And you can mix these colors because afterwards, when we add the watercolors, the crayons create a resist technique, meaning that the crayons, the watercolors won't be able to penetrate where the crayons have been. And we're just freehanding it. There's no real right or wrong way to do this. Everyone's art should look a little bit different. And even if you wanted to do it the other way, that's fine. I'm just doing it this way because it's a little bit easier for me here. And you can even add the greens and so you're not wanting to, you don't want to fill up the whole thing, but you don't want to make it so that it's all watercolors. We want to create, we want to make it look interesting. And okay, so I think I'm happy with my warm colors. So now, oh wait, you know what? We can add some white to it. I really like adding the white in there. And the white will also create that resist technique later on. You'll see it more with the watercolors. So now I'm going to take my warm colors and I'm going to put those to the side so that I don't get confused. And then now I'm going to take out my warm colors. Again, my warm colors are red, orange, and yellow. Remember, we say Roy as a little trick. And pink is considered a warm color as well, so you can add those in. So I'm going to grab all of my warm colors. Okay, I'm going to grab all of my warm colors, and then now I'm going to do the sun. So for that, I'm going to create and again, there's no right or wrong, it's just what looks good to you. I'm also going to create some swirls here because we don't just, it's not just necessarily swirls in the ocean. You can have swirls in the sky. But we're just creating a part where one meets the other. Fill this up. And already without the paint, I think this looks so fun and because of the movement in the lines. And I think I'll make my sun really big. Okay. So now we're going to get to what I always get excited about, painting. So I have my watercolors here. I'm going to use my, remember that watercolors are activated with water. So if you're not getting enough, if you're putting it down and you feel like you're not getting enough color. So what I really like about this is pay attention, where you have the crayon, the watercolors won't come there. And so again, when you're doing the bottom, you're going to be painting. When we were coloring in cool colors, and when we're painting, we want to paint in cool colors as well. And again, it's okay for you to mix the colors. And here, normally we would include green, but I want to just kind of stick to the blues and the purples. And you're going to have some places where it's dark, some places where it's light. That's absolutely fine. So we're just here, I'm just going to put water and not add any more paint. Alrighty, so now we're going to focus on the cool colors. I'm sorry, the warm colors. So the warm colors are Roy, red, orange, yellow. I'm going to start off with yellow first because yellow is my lightest color. So I'm going to do that at the sun. And then I'm going to start with the orange. And I think I'll do red last. Remember, because red is a very vibrant color and it can overpower sometimes. So I'm just going to do a little bit of red. A little bit of red. See, you see that right there. Okay, so that is my painting, and I'm actually going to let it dry. So I'll flip it over for you. I won't be able to flip it. I won't be able to hold it up, but I'll flip it over for you so that you guys can see that. Here is my warm and cool colors crayon, and so it's my crayon and watercolor. And I'm just going to add a little bit more. I think I want a little bit more brightness to here, so it's my balance of my warm colors and my cool colors, the ocean and the sky. I hope that you enjoy this project. I think that it's going to be a very fun one. Please hang up your art if you get the opportunity to. I cannot wait to see all of your art, and I hope that you're having fun